Forget science, we have bigger things to worry about like consciousness manipulation, because 15 minutes is all you need to master the subtle art of bending reality itself. Here's a little awareness on manipulation explained for those in a hurry. So let's all be real here. Manipulation is humans' oldest party trick. And no, we're not even exaggerating. We know someone who excels at the kind of stuff. Heck, we know instances where we could have been a tad bit manipulative too. It's been in human nature since time immemorial. From ancient rulers convincing their people that taxes were a divine blessing to modern-day influencers persuading you that the $300 sweatpants are a lifestyle choice and not a waste of money, manipulation has always been the secret sauce in society's recipe. And here is another reality check. No matter how much you assume you're protecting yourself, no one's immune to the spell of manipulation. If you think you're the exception, let's shake hands on how you've already been manipulated into believing that. What we're trying to do here is break down how manipulation works, why it thrives in the information age, and why your brain might be less of a fortress and more of a sponge soaking up someone else's agenda. In this place, your free will isn't really as free as you think. And before we dive deep, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Trust us, this isn't what you expected. Welcome to the age of Wi-Fi puppetry. Here is a nice place to start. The information age was sold to us as a utopia of knowledge, freedom, and well, let's not forget cat memes. But what has it become of now? It's turned into a whole battlefield where the fight for your attention is more intense than the finale of a reality dating show. And we all know how much we waited for those finales. While we strolled endlessly, believing we're in control, an invisible army of tech moguls, political strategists, and content creators are very cleverly pulling our strings with the kind of precision that could even outdo that of a Swiss watchmaker. A very good example here would be social media, for instance. What started as a way to connect with friends has completely morphed into a digital minefield where algorithms very easily dictate your every click. Think you chose that news article or viral dance video? Try to backtrack on how you got there in the first place. Behind those screens, what we don't see is the complex system that has already decided what you'll see next, when you'll see it, and how it'll make you feel. Spoiler alert, this is in no way being done for the sake of your good. And what could possibly be the outcome of this? A generation of people who feel they're constantly being informed but are actually swimming in a pool of curated misinformation. Guess what? You and I are in that pool too. Or if you're still sticking to believe you're one of those unaffected ones, wait till we get to the end of this video. Sure, you have access to limitless knowledge, but you're more likely to watch conspiracy videos about lizard people than learn how to fix your sink. Correct me if I'm wrong. And while you're busy debating flat earth theories with strangers online, the real manipulators are laughing all the way to the bank. Manipulation, a tale as old as humanity. Before putting all the blame on TikTok for society's woes, let's take a little stroll down memory lane, shall we? Now, this manipulation that we've been talking about so much isn't some newfangled invention. It's something that has been as old as civilization itself. Ancient Chinese general Sun Tzu wrote a whole manual on deceiving enemies, while Niccolò Machiavelli built his entire career on advising leaders to manipulate their citizens for the greater good. Basically use all their citizens like puppets, only they don't know about the strings they dangle from. Today, these techniques have been repackaged. Drumroll please, Wi-Fi. And well, there are hashtags too, but the core principle is still the same either way. Control the narrative, control the people. What makes manipulation so effective is its stealth. Now, how many times do you remember waking up thinking, I can't wait to be manipulated today? Instead, it works like carbon monoxide. Stealthy, silent, invisible, and oh boy, dangerously effective. The goal isn't just to shape opinions, it's to make you believe those opinions are your own. One of the best examples of this would be propaganda. It's not just about waving flags or plastering slogans on billboards, it's about planting seeds in your mind that grow into entire belief systems. Now, sure, it could be pretty convincing, but whether or not it convinces you that, say, a certain political leader is a messiah or that you need overpriced avocado toast to be happy, manipulation is all about subtlety and all about stealing your own opinions in a way that you wouldn't even recognize. Who's the perfect target? Just like predators are selective about their targets, the concept is not too far from how manipulation works either. Let's talk about who falls for manipulation the easiest. Spoiler, it's not just stupid people, if that's your first guess. Research shows that anyone can be manipulated under the right conditions. However, certain traits make some people prime candidates. Some of those characteristics could be indecisiveness, emotional vulnerability, low self-esteem, and an over-reliance on external validation. Emphasis on the need for external validation. Those kind of people feed off external praise and support a lot, which could actually just be manipulation. Manipulators can be thought of an expert fisherman. They know exactly what bait to use, be it fear, hope, or a limited time sale on luxury handbags. And once they've hooked you, they'll reel you in so subtly that you won't even realize you're being caught. But here's the kicker. Even confident, self-assuring individuals aren't safe from these spells. The best manipulation doesn't feel like manipulation at all. What does it feel like then? It feels like enlightenment. Notice this stark difference between what it makes you feel and what its actual outcome is. When you walk away from a conversation, a commercial, or a news report thinking, wow, they're not getting me. Meanwhile, the puppeteers are high-fiving in the background and having a good laugh about another fish they just caught. From scrolls to screens, how technology supercharged manipulation. Manipulation is something that has always been around, but let's thank modern technology for cranking it up to 11. Back in the day, rulers had to rely on town criers or handwritten decrees to spread their influence. Today, all it takes is a well-placed meme or a trending hashtag. The internet, once used and praised as a beacon of freedom, has now become a playground for whom? The manipulators. Algorithms decide what you see. AIs analyze your behavior, and advertisers exploit your deepest insecurities. Ever notice how Instagram somehow shows your reels of the exact situation you might be going through? You might think, oh, coincidence, right? Wrong. It's all part of a very calculated process. The result? A world where perception triumphs reality and the actual facts are now negotiable. Or if you're still lacking to believe you're one of the unaffected ones, wait until we get to the end of this video. Consider the role of modern media. Your favorite news outlet isn't just informing you about what's happening around you. It's shaping your worldview. Whether it's reinforcing your biases or introducing new ones, the media can play the role of both the messenger and the message. And let's not forget to mention how much of a part advertising has here. That quirky ad you giggled at with your friends, it wasn't just selling a product, it was selling an idea, a lifestyle, and sometimes even a political agenda. The worst part, you may ask? Most of us don't even realize it. What makes this funnier is that we like to think we are critical thinkers. But the truth here is, we're more like clay, so easily molded by the steady hands of those who know the art of persuasion. Russia, a masterclass in manipulation. If manipulation were an art form, we really have to give it to Russia because it would be the Louvre of manipulation. The country's socio-cultural landscape is a fascinating case study in how to influence public consciousness. From sophisticated PR campaigns to emotionally charged propaganda, Russian techniques are not only subtle, they're also devastatingly effective. One of the most noticeable key strategies used in Russia is the manipulation of national identity. Instead, just shoving ideas onto people, these techniques wrap messages in a very familiar cultural narratives. Cunning, don't you think? It's not about pushing propaganda down people's throats. It's about whispering it in your ears, making it feel like your own thought. You see what this approach does? It creates a society where manipulation feels so natural that most people wouldn't even bother questioning it. And why would they? When the message aligns with your existing beliefs and values, they feel less like manipulated and more like, the truth. And if you thought social media was just about the likes and shares, think again. It's a manipulation megachurch controlling your every click and thought. But more on that later. Another key strategy for the Russians would be to weaponize cultural identity. Instead of forcing ideas onto the population, they weave them into narratives that feel deeply personal. It's not, you must believe this, it's, this is who you are. What they do is very clearly wrap manipulation in the guise of patriotism or tradition, while ensuring compliance without any bit of resistance. And this strategy of theirs extends way beyond national borders. Russian influence campaigns target global audiences, exploiting divisions and sowing discord. The goal isn't just to control public opinion. It's more focused on eroding trust in institutions while creating a society so polarized it's bound to collapse under the weight of its own infighting. Why free will is a limited time offer. You've probably heard the term free will more often than not. That term has been tossed around like it's the sacred essence of being human. But in reality, free will in the age of information is about as real as a unicorn. And if you believe unicorns are real, congratulations, you've been manipulated yet again. The modern world does not want you to think independently. It wants you to react predictably. It wants you to think exactly what they think. And here's the kicker. It's incredibly good at it. The goal isn't just to sell you products. It's to hack your brain into craving something you didn't even know you wanted. Hear a rumble in your stomach, grab a burger that looks better on the TV than in real life. Feeling unfulfilled, buy an SUV to fill the huge emotional void that you'll be left with after the purchase anyway. Every advertisement is a psychological ambush designed to turn your fleeting feelings into lifelong consumer habits. But it's not just about buying stuff. Manipulation also rewires all your priorities. Like in the news, every breaking headline is meticulously crafted to trigger outrage, fear, or whatever keeps you glued to the screen. And with that comes an endless cycle of emotional whiplash that leaves you too drained to think critically. And guess what? That's the point. When you're exhausted, you're easier to control. Manipulation's greatest hits: fear, hope, and a dash of pure pressure. Think of this as the Spotify playlist for manipulation. The top 3 tracks would be Fear Factor, False Hope, and Everybody's Doing It Anyway, so why the hell not? These physical tricks have been fine-tuned over centuries to ensure that you act against your own best interest while thinking it's your idea. Because who does it benefit? The manipulators and anyone but you. We must say that fear is the OG manipulator. From medieval rulers threatening divine punishment, fast forward to modern governments pushing security policies, fear is the fastest way to get people to fall in line. You want to get someone to do something for you, scare them a bit. Why question authority when stepping out of the line feels like a death sentence? I mean, metaphorically or otherwise. Something manipulators love doing is dangle a little bit of hope in front of you like a carrot on a stick being used to tempt a hungry rabbit. Politicians promising change, brands selling happiness, or influencers offering life hacks, out of which none of them help with real life. All of them thrive on your belief that the next big thing will solve all your problems. Reality check, it won't. In fact, these could even make you lose it even more. And finally, humans are pack animals. We crave a sense of belonging. Oh, of course, there are some select lone wolves. But let's be honest, who would actually want to live an isolated and miserable life? And guess what? That longing to feel accepted, that you'll belong, makes pure pressure an irresistible force of control. Sadly, it could be anything from wearing the latest fashion trend or jumping on the latest social media bandwagon. The fear of missing out, FOMO, ensures you'll conform to the group even if it's against your better judgment. The manipulation megachurch, aka social media, is like the headquarters of manipulation. But now you'll be able to see that these platforms are designed not just to connect you, but to completely control you. Likes, shares, and algorithmically tailored content turn your brain into something like a dopamine junkie, craving validation while subconsciously absorbing whatever narrative the platform wants to push. Just like when we talked about how you feel sometimes eerily tailored to your interests, which you'll see now that it's no accident, guys. These platforms or data mining operations disguised as apps track your every click to predict and influence your behavior. Things will start hit a lot more when you see it as having a stalker who also moonlights as your life coach, subtly steering your decisions while keeping you entertained. Now, that will make a bomb ass of a Netflix show, wouldn't it? The irony of it is that we willingly hand over this control without any hesitation. We upload our lives, opinions, and let's not forget our cat videos for free, only to have them weaponized against us in the form of targeted ads and political propaganda. It's like inviting a vampire into your house only to be surprised when they start sucking your blood. Fight back? Is resistance futile? So now that we know our demons, what can we do about them? Is there any hope of escaping manipulation? The short and real answer will be not entirely. The long answer? There totally is a way you can limit its impact if you're willing to put in the effort. The first step is awareness. Recognize that manipulation is everywhere, from the headlines you read to the memes you share. Question the motives behind the messages you consume. Who benefits from your outrage, your purchases, or your compliance? Build mental toughness by honing your critical thinking skills, fact-checking information and resisting emotional reactions to sensational news. Manipulators feed off impulsivity, so pause, breathe, and think before acting. Reclaim your autonomy by setting boundaries, limit exposure to manipulative platforms, seek diverse viewpoints, and foster real-world connections. While it won't make you immune to manipulation, it'll make you a tougher target. Ready for more mind-blowing ideas? Ever pondered how civilizations could master not just planets but entire galaxies and universes? If manipulation blew your mind, brace yourself for an incredible journey through humanity's future. Don't miss our other exhilarating videos. It's an adventure you'd not want to miss. So what's holding you back? Like, share, and subscribe now for more astonishing content.